Hey, this is Freelancing Adam. In this video, I'm actually going to walk you through this guide that you should have just downloaded, which reveals 9 of the highest paying digital nomad skills. The great thing about these skills is that anyone can learn them. And the truth is, if you're someone who's just starting out in freelancing, or maybe you have some experience, but maybe you're getting gigs that you wish you could be paid more, or you wish you could be charging more, these are skills that what I love about it is anyone can learn them. In fact, when I got started in freelancing, I started with zero experience, no portfolio, and I was able to get up and running quickly once I got exposed to this whole new digital economy. Okay. And basically, what you really want to make sure you're doing when it comes to developing skills for freelancing is you want to make sure the skill falls under really meets 3 criteria. Okay. You want it to be in high demand. Okay. Have a high perceived value. You can see right here in the middle of the screen, have a high perceived value. And it should be something that you can learn very quickly, get to a level of proficiency quickly online. Okay. And just so you get a little background on me, again, my name is Adam. I go by Freelancing Adam. That's my brand, more or less. And, over the last 5 years, I've been freelancing. My wife and I have actually been traveling the world. This is our Instagram account. Let's see if we just go back. This is when we spent some time in Sedona. Let's see. We did quite a bit of international travel too. So we've been, let's see, where was this? We're avid hikers, so we've been a lot of places in the world that have great hiking. So these are a lot of pictures just from hiking trips we've been on. Let's see, this is in Maine where we could do some epic hiking. Before that, we were, let's see, this is Canyonlands actually in Utah. If we go back even further, you can see we spent my wife's, I think it was her 33rd birthday in Paris. We lived in Amsterdam for a while. We've traveled. This is a picture from Thailand. We spent some time in Thailand. Let's see, going back even further. This is Peru, actually. We did a family trip to Peru. We got to climb Machu Picchu. Actually, the journey all started for us in Costa Rica. Here's some more pictures from Paris. And so I'm just sharing this with you so I'm not, I'm legit and I'm not making stuff up. We really have been traveling for the last 5 years, and it's on the back of basically being able to earn an income while serving clients from anywhere in the world. All right. And the beauty of freelancing with the specific skills I'm about to share with you is that, you can get paid very well. All right. The key, like I said, is that the skills must fall under those criteria I had described to you. So in high demand, you want skills that are in high demand. So you're going to be able to, there's a lot of available jobs out here. And the cool thing about digital marketing, all these skills really fall under the category of digital marketing, is that more and more businesses are needing to learn this stuff and they have no idea how to do it. Okay. If you just think about it, you've got mom and pop shops, you got chiropractors, dentists, doctors, you've got retail stores, restaurants, all of these business owners that need to learn how to get more customers using the internet, but they're so busy with what they are experts at. A chiropractor knows how to be a chiropractor. A dentist knows how to be a dentist. A restaurant owner is focused on running his restaurant. So they frankly don't have the time to do this stuff. So all these skills fall under this category of digital marketing. You're basically helping businesses grow their audience, generate more leads, generate more customers. And the cool thing about all these skills is you don't need to go to college and spend $80,000 on a degree. And I'm going to actually share with you how you can get access to some more training that can really get the ball rolling for you so you can start developing the skills and, getting your first jobs, getting your first high paying jobs. But let me go through the skills because I want you to have a better understanding, a more complete understanding of what these skills are exactly. And then I included some other information here to help you better be able to choose a skill that might be a good fit for you. Okay. So you can see like the first skill here is copywriting. And underneath each skill, I have ease of learning on a scale of 1 to 5, techiness. So basically how technical the skill is, right? I know some people just have, zero technical skills and really have no interest in really developing technical skills. So I wanted to include that sort of a rating so you could get an idea of if based on where your comfort level with technology is, maybe you can pick a skill that doesn't require as much techiness, right? And then the hourly rate you can expect. And by the way, as a way to get these rates, I actually used a site called Upwork. This is actually my Upwork profile. The reason I like using Upwork as a basis for determining these numbers is because Upwork is basically a platform where businesses go to find talent. All right. And the cool thing about, for those of you that are watching this video, you probably want to be digital nomads. Most of the people that follow me want to be able to travel and get jobs. Well, obviously, as a way to give you this information, it made sense to use a platform like Upwork because this is a site that businesses come to find remote talent. All right. So it doesn't matter. The great thing about Upwork is businesses come here and they're just looking to hire talented people that can help them achieve a result. They don't care where you live. Okay. You get to set the hours, you get to work from anywhere. And so as a basis for determining, this information, I used Upwork. Okay. Which is a very good representative platform because most of the people that are freelancing on Upwork are remote workers. In fact, I would argue that like literally almost every single freelancer on there is a remote worker. Okay, that's what the businesses that are coming to hire are looking for. They don't want to pay. They don't want to give you an office. They're not concerned about specifically what hours you work. They just don't want to hire you to get a job done. That's what that platform is for. So that's the basis for this data that I'm giving you. Okay, so the first one is copywriting and content creation. So copywriting, think of copywriting as basically written word or recorded video words that help businesses sell. Okay, so this could be the copy and the words that are on a website, the copy that goes into emails, the copy that goes into sales pages. The fact is, most businesses need to improve the writing, the copy that's on the different like websites and assets they have, and they don't know how to do it. Copywriting is a really, really important skill because it literally is the words and the copy that converts someone from, for example, visiting a website to becoming a customer, or opening an email and becoming a customer, or reading a sales page and buying, right? So copywriting really is the skill of writing for businesses with the purpose of helping the business sell more, okay? Right now, I'm not going to go into exactly like where you can go to start learning how to do this stuff. I just want you to become aware of what the skill is in general, and then as a way to help you kind of start to figure out what skills would be a good fit for you. Okay. So in terms of ease of learning, the great thing about copywriting is, you don't need to go to college to learn how to write. This isn't about, for businesses, you don't need to go and get a formal education. When it comes to writing for sales, like sales copywriting for businesses, it's not about being grammatically perfect. In fact, once you really understand copywriting, you'll realize that you actually just want to write as if you're talking to someone who is like your best friend. Okay. In all of these different contexts that you apply copywriting, you're really wanting to express your own personality, knowledge, experiences, and inject that into copy in a context that's helpful for the business. If this is confusing right now, don't worry about it. What I'd say is, if you're someone who's creative, if you've enjoyed writing, copywriting is an awesome niche because not only can it be a lot of fun, can it really allow you to tap into your creative side, but it's also probably the most lucrative skill out there. Okay. So if you have a leaning towards creativity and writing, copywriting is a great skill to choose. Okay, the next one would be sales funnel creation and optimization. Okay, when I say sales funnel, I'm talking about a specific type of website that helps businesses generate customers. Okay, so again, if this is a little confusing for you, don't worry about it. Just understand that it's basically this skill is all about helping businesses set up websites that will help them generate leads and customers. Again, the ease of learning. The great thing is there's a lot of tools that have been developed that don't require you to be a programmer to create these sales funnels. You can just use tools and they have templates, and you can actually very, very quickly get up to speed with those tools and be able to set up a website. I can set up a website now for my clients in a matter of a couple of hours. All right. That's what's great about it is, again, you don't have to go to college for 4 years and spent $100,000 to learn how to create sales funnels. It's actually relatively simple. You just have to get proficient with specific tools. Again, right now, the purpose of this training is to help you find the right fit of a skill. Don't worry right now about, well, how am I going to learn how to do this, right? We'll get to that. Okay, that's what I'm going to share with you next. Okay, number 3 is social media management. Social media management is just the skill of helping businesses manage their different social profiles. So if they have a presence on Facebook, for example, or Instagram, or Pinterest, or YouTube, it's the process of really helping them publish and share content, continue the conversation with their audience as it grows on these different social platforms. The ease of learning this, again, it's very, you can learn this very quickly. Generally speaking, I recommend when people get into social media management that they pick one platform to begin with. So maybe and master it before you expand. In other words, instead of trying to understand all these platforms at once, pick one like Instagram or Facebook. In fact, those are the 2 I recommend because they're 2 of the largest and they're 2 of the most, the people that are on those platforms tend to be the most engaged, and you tend to be able to help businesses get traction with those platforms really quickly. Okay. So social media management is also really awesome. And I was going to say techiness. The cool thing is it's really not hard to use these social platforms. If you have a pulse in the day and age we live in, you probably have familiarity with platforms like Instagram and Facebook. So, it really doesn't take a ton of skill. You just want to understand some marketing strategy along with it so that you can effectively manage people's social media platforms. 4th is email marketing and automation. Okay, so basically email marketing is the process of if, for example, a business, if you ever have gone to a website where a business is promoting like a newsletter where you can get on their email list, right? Email marketing is the skill of enabling and helping businesses to follow up with their email lists as they grow them. Because what happens oftentimes is as businesses start to promote themselves and grow an audience, they'll generate an email list and they need to be communicating with that list, right? And so email marketing and automation is both helping businesses implement those email campaigns, but also helping them set those tools up, okay? Setting up specific tools and automations that allow them to automate the process of communicating with their audience, all right? The ease of learning, again, this is all relatively easy to learn. You do not need a college degree for this. It's just a matter of understanding tools. I will say that from a techiness standpoint, this is a bit more of a technical skill because you have to learn, you really just have to learn how to help people integrate these tools and use these tools, right? So there is more of a techiness to this skill. But again, none of these skills are overwhelming in that sense because for the most part, it's just a matter of learning and learning how to use tools and implement them for your clients. Okay. The 5th one is media buying, online advertising. Sometimes this is also referred to as PPC. PPC stands for pay per click. Really, all this encompasses is paying for advertising online on platforms like Facebook ads, Google ads, LinkedIn ads, Facebook, Google, and Bing ads. Okay. And there's other platforms too that you can buy advertising on, but those are the 4 main ones. The reason I really love PPC and I love these online advertising platforms is that once you learn how to use them, you can generate results for a client really quickly. Like as an example, I have a dental client that I signed up. The next day I was able to get an ad campaign in place for them that was already generating them new dental patients. All right. And it was just one simple ad that I implemented for them. I wrote the copy for the ad. I got it implemented. And by the next day, it was already driving conversations through their Facebook page, and they landed a new patient for their dental clinic the next day. Okay, so this is actually a skill that I really tend to suggest as a great one for newbies because you can not only can you charge a lot, can you work with great clients, but you can also get your clients results really quickly with this skill. Okay, the 6th one is graphic design. Most of you probably know what graphic design is. You're using tools like Photoshop, potentially to create like logos, graphics. I mean, all of these businesses that have an online presence tend to need to be able to create graphics for their website, graphics for their ads, images for their ads. So graphic design is a really commonly needed skill. Ease of learning. I would say you can learn graphic design really easily. There's many online courses that will teach how to use Photoshop, for example, that you can, that allow you to get up to speed really quickly with these tools. It is maybe a little more technical because you are learning a tool. You're mastering a tool, like a graphic design tool, right? And again, you can see I have the hourly rates for all of these. Anyways, so graphic design is another one. Chatbots. So chatbots are basically, if you've been on Facebook Messenger and if you've been on Facebook at all, you've probably seen ads that, let's say you click on them, they actually open up into what's called a chatbot. It's a conversation that starts in Messenger that's automatic and continues the conversation, right? So chatbots are becoming increasingly more popular for businesses because it's like a different way to be able to communicate with your audience, all right? Ease of learning, again, you can learn tools like ManyChat is one of the chatbot platforms. You can learn it fairly quickly. I mean, there is a little bit more, I would say, techiness to this, but it's still, in the grand scheme of things, it's a relatively simple type of tool to learn to use. So again, it's not like you're going to need to go through years of formal education to understand it. Again, if you're starting to get concerned about, well, how am I going to learn this stuff? Don't worry about that. I'm going to kind of explain to you what the next steps would be once you've chosen a skill, right? I just want to give you the big picture understanding of what these skills are. SEO and SEM, this is called search engine optimization or search engine marketing. Basically, SEO is, if you've ever gone to Google and done a search, let's say you were searching for, you were looking for a tennis racket. You said best tennis rackets of 2019, right? If you did that search in Google, what you'd see is a list of websites, all right? A list of websites that have content around what you search for. The goal of an SEO is to help your client get their website showing up high in those search results. Okay, so it's the skill of getting content ranking for relevant searches, all right? This one I would say definitely does take more of an education to really get to a certain level of proficiency where you can get results for clients. So I would say, if SEO, while I think it's a great skill, it's not generally one I recommend that you start with unless it's really interesting to you. If you're fascinated by this idea of helping businesses rank in search engines, then I'd say go for it because it is a super in-demand skill. It has a super high perceived value. You can charge a lot for this skill. But like I said, there's a little bit more of a learning curve than these other ones. That's why I kind of put it near the bottom. The other one, the last one here I listed is digital marketing strategy project management. So many of my clients that have had me for a long time and have recognized how valuable I am and how much I understand this marketing world have brought me into more of a consulting role with them. And it's great because I really enjoy coaching and consulting. But I will say, from an ease of learning standpoint, my suggestion is don't try to enter into this higher level marketing strategy consulting until you have experience in at least one of these other skills. This is why I put this one ninth, because while you could certainly do it, again, it's not something you need to go to a college and go through 4 years of education for, but it's definitely something where experience will serve you. So this is a skill that, while if it's something that you think would be interesting to you, I'd say wait until you've picked one of these other skills and you've developed kind of a portfolio, you've gained experience, which will put you in a position to really be able to, offer consulting on this higher level strategy stuff. Okay. So hopefully, now you kind of have this big picture understanding of these digital marketing skills that are in demand. The thing you might be thinking right now is, well, what next, Adam? How do I go about actually learning these skills and getting a job? So the cool thing is I have partnered with someone who's a friend of mine. He is also a digital marketing expert, and he's created this amazing 4-part video series that goes into a little more depth, gives you a better understanding of really how to go about taking these next steps in terms of choosing the right skill for you, and then how to go about gaining proficiency in it so that you can actually start getting high paying jobs, right? So if you'd like to take that next step, then what I'd urge you to do is just click the link that's in this document. There's also a button below this video. Either one will take you to the same place. It's actually going to open up Facebook Messenger, and I'm going to deliver it through a chatbot. I figured I'd do it this way so you can kind of see so chatbot was skill number 7. You will actually see a chatbot in action, right? So to help you kind of gain even a better understanding of a specific skill that I've listed out here for you, what's happened is one of the reasons why I limited it to these 9 skills is because I have experience in all of them. I've actually worked on projects involving all of these skills. So I can say from firsthand experience that these are absolutely skills that are in demand and that will pay, that where clients will pay a premium for them, and I'm proof of that, right? It's based on my experience. One other thing I want to make sure you're clear on is I never advise my clients or my audience on something, on an action or make a suggestion that's not based on my own experience. Okay. So these are all skills that I have developed and implemented and applied for clients who have paid me premium rates. Okay. So I can tell you with 100% certainty that all of these skills are in demand. All of these skills can be learned fairly quickly online. All of these skills have a high perceived value so that you can charge higher rates. Okay, so if you're ready to really take that next step, what I'd urge you to do next is just click on this link. That's going to open what it's going to do is it's going to open a message on Facebook Messenger. You'll just have to click a button and then I'll deliver you access to that 4-part video training that allows you to take the next steps. So hopefully you found this valuable, and